Everyone, I am Devi Priya, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Lakireddy Balreddy College of Engineering. Today I would like to share the concept of how multiple inheritance is achieved in Java, how we can implement, and what are the original problems associated with the multiple inheritance and how it should be implemented. We can discuss in the today class. Okay. We know that multiple inheritance in the earlier classes, types of inheritance is shared, that is single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and one more type called multiple inheritance. What is the multiple inheritance? We know that multiple inheritance of one child class acquires properties from the multiple base classes. There is a child class C that acquires the properties from the A class and as well as which acquires properties from the B class also. This is a multiple inheritance. A child class that acquires the properties from more than one parent class, which is called as a multiple inheritance. But Java does not support multiple inheritance. Why? What is the problem associated with that? And how the Java will support, how we can achieve multiple inheritance in the Java. So before going to the achieving concept, why the Java does not support multiple inheritance, we can discuss. Now you have a clarity what is a multiple inheritance. Single derived class or single new class which get the properties from more than one base class or parent class or super class, that should be comes under a type of inheritance called multiple inheritance. Yes. What is the problem associated with the multiple inheritance? Suppose assume that the Java supporting, you can assume, actually it is not at supporting, you may assume that Java supporting a type of inheritance called multiple inheritance. And what the problem will be comes under, actually it is a problem called diamond problem. So let us take a class A, one class, that is A class, which have a method called void show and printing up I am A, and take one more class B class which have a method called again the show method, because every class have the same methods. A is different and B is different. By using A class object, a show method of A will be called, and by using B class object, the show method of B class will be invoked. So no problem. So class B have the show method and I am B will be there. Two separate classes, independent classes, and two have the same method called show. And now assume that multiple inheritance is possible in Java, and class C extends A comma B. Actually, if you are writing a syntax like this, it will generate an error, but we are taking an assumption called multiple inheritance is possible. So what I am writing here, class C extends A comma B. Okay, so it is extending two classes, A class and as well as B class, and I am creating an object for this derived class C object equal to new C and call the method called obj.show. Now, what is the problem associated with here? So, both A class and B class have the show methods. Both will be comes to a class called C class. And now we are calling a method object.show. The compiler will faces ambiguity. Which show method is invoked either from the A class or B class, which show method will be invoked? That type of problems will be faced by the compiler, which is comes under a problem called diamond problem. Again, I can tell one more example. Class A with void check. I am not yet giving any implementation, yet I am writing an empty implementation. Class B, one more method, void sum. Now class C extends A comma B. So in this case, no problem. Class C extends the properties from the A class, check will be inherited and as well as sum also will be inherited. And you can create an object for this derived class. Object for derived class C. C equal to new C and C dot check you may invoke and C dot sum you may invoke, no worries. There will be no problem because both classes have different methods, so both will be inherited. And now C dot check means A class check method will be invoked, C dot sum means B sum method will be invoked. Now if you are using void sub method, and here also there will be the same method with same return type, same parameters. Both class A and class B independent classes have the same method. Both will be inherited. Actually, it is not possible also. Both will be inherited. Now, if we are calling C dot sub, now facing a problem. Which problem? Is it from A or B? Now compiler facing a problem called ambiguity problem, which is called as a diamond problem in multiple inheritance. That is the reason why Java does not support a concept called directly multiple inheritance. So in the interviews also they may ask, okay, everyone will knows what is a multiple inheritance and Java does not support. You can justify that with an example like this. Okay, it is comes under a problem called diamond. Now, how the multiple inheritance will be achieved? Multiple inheritance is achieved through a concept called interfaces. So we can use uh, yes, I can use a concept called interfaces concept. I can use to implement multiple inheritance. I can use a concept called interface concept. What is an interface? You know that what is an abstract class? Abstract class is a collection of abstract methods and as well as normal methods. Interface is completely a collection of abstract methods and final static variables. Generally, I can specify that interface specifies what classes must do, what type of methods classes must implement. That should be specified by the interface, but not how to implement. How we can implement, that should not be told by the interface, but what you can do, what you need to do, that should be specified by the interface. So interface specify what classes must do, but not how to implement. So generally from the programmatic view, interface is a collection of abstract methods only. That is no implementation, only declaration will be there and a set of final static variables. Okay. And next, interface is similar to how it should be different from the class. Yes, interface is similar to the class, but lack of instance variable. No instance variables will be there. It will be purely a constant variable, and their methods are declared. It is very important point. The methods are declared without any body. So only a declaration and no body will be there. Why we have talked about the interfaces? Because multiple inheritance is achieved indirectly with the help of a concept called interface concept. And now, how we can define an interface? Very simple. We can define an interface with a keyword called interface keyword. Interface, and what type of name you need to give, you can give that name. And you want to give the interface to all the packages from anywhere you want to access the interface, then you can use the public. Or if you are not yet specifying anything, then it should be defaultly a default access specifier. So you can specify the access specifier as public, private, protected, or default. And class is declared with a keyword called class keyword, and interface is declared with a keyword called interface keyword followed by the name. Interface have the only an abstract methods, method name, return type, and parameter list. And if you have observed that it should be ended with a semicolon, that meaning is only a signature part is existed, no implementation, which comes to the abstract methods, return type, method name, and parameter list with existed n number of. Maybe you can think that it is an abstract method, but no abstract keyword is there. Yes, defaultly all the methods in the interface are abstract. No need of specifying any abstract keyword also. So just you can simply give them return type, method name, and parameter list. When the compiler automatically, when it will convert, we can see in the next presentation, it will be automatically converted into abstract. And what are the type of variables? The variable, whatever the variable you are declaring, it should be implicitly with a keyword called final, static. And these two will be integer type. Before the int, we can declare them what are the access specifiers, that is static and final. So now we have a clarity but how to declare an interface. Yes, interface followed by the interface name and method name, only abstract method with static final variables. So let us take a simple interface example. First you can check the left side. It is the interface I am writing in the my code. Interface A, okay, and I don't want variables, I need only a method only, void area with a semicolon. So the area is a method with no parameters and no return type, which is specified by using void, and it does not have any implementation. It should be ended with the semicolon. Even if you are opening and closing the braces, means that is an empty implementation, not yet acceptable. So you can close it with the semicolon, void area, semicolon, and close it. It is the program written by the developer. When I am using the compiler, how it will be converted? Interface, the access specifier is default, okay, and there is for the methods, it should be defaultly adding a keyword called, and it will add one more keyword called yes. Now we can see that. So it will be adds a access specifier called, whether you are not specifying any public. So defaultly it should be considered as a public, abstract, and void area. So compiler converts. Even you are writing like this, but the compiler will convert into public. It can't add the public to the interface. For the interface you must specify explicitly, but coming to the method, even you are writing like this, it can add public, abstract, void area. So compiler converts. And how can I implement now? You know that how to declare an interface. Interface name by a set of methods. Yes. and compiler converts like this. And after that, how we can implement an interface? Implementation of interface will be done by the classes. How it will be? Class name implements interface name. Class name implements is the keyword. Implements is the keyword, so which is very important. Implements is the keyword. Yes, implements is the keyword which implements the interface. Not only a single interface, you can at a time several syntaxes will be there. N number of interfaces will be implemented. A class may implement more than one interface. A class can't extend more than one class at a time, but a class may implement more than one interface also. So here you can write the implementation of abstract methods of interface here. Now we can go to some examples. We have a clarity. Class name implements interface name. Now I will show you an example. So already you know the diamond problem. Now how to declare its interface? Interface name I am taking as a I1 void area. Now it is a declaring of interface keyword I1 and only one method area. Now class, who will implements the interface? Class implements. Class, what is the class name? A. Use the keyword implements. What is an interface name? I1. How I can give? Defaultly the method is public only. Don't forget, I can show you an errors also. Just I am not at writing any logic, just focus on the concept. So interface I1 void area class A implements I1 public void area. Interface method is public void area system.out.println of area. And now you can declare your main class demo interface and now again same concept. We can't create an object for the interface. We can declare only a reference. So create object reference for interface. Okay, what is my interface name? I1 or I1 O. Okay, and now assign object of implemented class to I1. So now O indicates O equal to reference equal to new space. What is my? I can't create an object, but I can create a reference. And what I can store? Yes, O dot area. Or directly you may create an object for the A class, no problem, that you can know that. But instead of that, create an object reference for the interface. Yes, I1O assign object of implemented class to I1O of I1. And now O equal to. So you can again check interface I1 only one method void area and interface is closed. and class A implements I1 public void area system.out.println of area class demo interface main method I1 declared an object reference for the interface assign object of implemented class to O of I1 O new A O dot area assign object of implemented class to or you may refer to the interface. Simply you may create A O. It is fine. It is a regular one only. You know this. O dot area. Fine. You know this. But using the interface reference, I am accessing O equal to new A O dot area. Now we can save that. Save as the D drive. Demo. Okay. Name I have given wrong. Fine. Fine. Yes, area and area is printed. Area and area is printed. Yes. 2 times we have invoked. Okay, both will be possible. And now, suppose here in the implementation I have given public, but here I have declared only void. Now I have a doubt. Suppose if I am removing public, what will be displayed? Is it okay or not? So area in A can't implement area in I1 attempting to assign weaker access privileges was public. Actually, even in the interface I am not yet specifying the public, but defaultly the interface, whenever I have declared interface with methods, it should be considered as a default for methods only, not for the class. Default access type is public. Even you are trying to omit the public, it should give an error called attempting to assign weaker access privileges. So actually public, you are removing that public. So attempting to assign weaker access privilege. So which gives the error. So definitely always the interface methods must be public void area. And now I want to tell one more error, that is if I am creating an object for the interface directly, what it will be. Trying to create an object for the interface, what it done, what type of error it will generate. Yes, what is the error? I1 is abstract. I1 is abstract, can't be instantiated. I1 is abstract, can't be instantiated. So even you are trying to create, I am putting this in the comments. Even you are trying to create like this, what it will give? It will give the an error. Declaration is possible, but assigning is not yet possible. Assigning complete object creation is not yet possible. So this is the way for creating the interfaces. For the continuous next sessions, next video classes also, I would like to continue how we can implement complete implementation of how to implement more than one interface, how we can extend and implement the classes will be continued in the next concepts. Thank you. Thank you one and all. If you have any doubts, you may ping the message or you may put it in the comment section. Thank you.